it sounds to me like Comedian is still not back, working on his stream a little bit, so I have to see what happens. Kung Fu, though, is now getting up to that second point immediately and trying to get in there, zone off to stop this capture. And yes, I think Team Master is going to have to sit back on their last point, so well done to Vintage once again, showing us that their aggression this time around is really paying off here. And it sounds like we are switching servers, so we may not be live for a little while here. Comedian, you'll have to let me know.
Yeah, I'm back. So
okay.
yeah, we are switching servers right now. Let's see if that will help anything. Twitch TV is sometimes very odd. Let's put it that way.
Meanwhile, though, we of course did have a round one there very quickly by Vintage, and now Vintage in a position to win the second one if they can get their Uber up fast enough. So they should be able to, and they're not taking a lot of hits right now. Ooh, Goldfox actually took a sticky to the face. Didn't realize it was coming towards him. So now the Masters are set back a little bit on their last point here.
Alright, and so I did fix my stream, but it crashed my TF2.
Oh, nice.
That is some nice combination. 1-2 action right there. Fix one thing, break the other. Love it when that happens.
Yeah, right now what's happening to Team Masters here is they are backed up to their last point. They've only got 2 men alive here against 4 men for Vintage. Both Ubers are already popped, and there you go. Vintage taking the second round as well. So it's 2-0 in favor of the opposite team.
And I have to take your word for that because I'm still not in the server. I'm still winning at my game.
Yeah, it's 2-0 right now for Vintage, and I'm kind of liking it. It may end up going to a third map here, and I think that Master's really going to have to try harder to put something together. But oh, Kung Fu messed up his rollout a little bit there, so he's going to be just a bit late to mid and hit his head against the door, so not feeling too good about it either. Right now, a lot of damage coming down for both teams. The Demo Man, the first man hurt here on blue, but he's getting healed up by his medic. Now Masters have lost a soldier, but Demo is down for Vintage. Ooh, medic down for blue. In fact, lots of people dying right now. Are you back in the server?
I'm back in the server. I de-spectating game. We are looking at on top position. Soldier and medic versus just a scout and a soldier. Both are extremely weak, so I don't think they will be able to do anything. But Warhammer is trying to go for the top. He's trying to sneak in. He's trying to jump in, and it seems like I've gone. It seems like the Justin TV Amsterdam server has been overloaded, been under too much pressure. So we are now on a different server. So that has fixed the issue.
Yeah, Warhammy there tried to deal some damage to the medic. I don't even think he got a hit off. So Vintage once again in a very strong position coming out of the mid fight. I like to see that. They're doing quite a good job here. And Goldfox is setting up another one of those crazy sticky traps there on the light.
And that's some good sticky traps. I love it when you put them in those sticky positionings. Just forcing teams to be extremely, just a bit slower and a bit more attentive. But they are trying to force that Uber right now from Masters, but they don't even have it. You can't force an Uber you don't have. Silly Vintage.
Wow, yeah. Both of the scouts actually got taken out by pills there, with the second one from a roller that nobody even saw coming. So Goldfox is going to be happy about those 2 kills, but we're going to see now the Ubers are ready for both teams, and Vintage actually hanging really far back here considering they do have that Uber ready. The Demo Men are fighting each other here over on the right hand side, but it looks like they're both just going to walk away from that one. And now Dongregu pushing through the garage, so I think Masters may finally capture the middle point here in this game.
Yeah, but I don't really agree with Vintage's positioning. They had, a nice super advantage, about 30%, and they just weren't pushing on the clock. You always need to push on the clock whenever possible. You need to, you're just counting down. All right, we have 100% Uber. There's always a chance the enemy team didn't build Uber, so let's try and take them down. But it seems like they are going to be paying for that. Just everyone getting taken down already. 6 men down. Just losing Razor Fox on Master side, doing some fantastic action with that push out.
Yeah, they were all pretty much wiped out there by Razor, that is Razor Fox. Razor did an exceptionally good job hopping up to the crates. He took a lot of damage there, but he got like 2 or 3 kills at least, including the medic. Nobody was paying attention to him, so quite good by him. Now we've got Vintage backed up to their second point here. Overhealed Soldier walking in and trying to just deal with this aggression a little bit by Team Masters, wondering whether they can actually handle pushing into this second point here.
Definitely, and looking at a Master right now, it seems like they're trying to get people on top now. That was just a soldier from Vintage. Must have seen that. But they are standing on the left-hand side
Kung
of
Fu's got his
yard.
sticky set up over on the right-hand side along with the scout. Oh, once the dead though is on that soldier, but that's not going to happen. Nobody walking over it, of course. And he's just setting down one more. So both these teams just poking at each other right now. Nobody wants to push with this. Actually, the Uber just now getting up here, ready to go for Lola. So I think that Masters had just a bit of an advantage there. But now they do it once again. Kung Fu and X are both down right now. Both killed by explosions. Don Regu and Gold Fox getting some big kills. Gold Fox very, very hurt right now. But there you go. Almost everybody down for Vintage. They've got the Uber, but...
They're just not Ubering. I mean, they're trying to extend their Uber as long as possible. That's not a smart thing to do if you lose 4 of your teammates. You need to have your teammates up to do that damage. If you lose your damage, you just need to fall out, man. Just fall out. Fall back. Now Lola is down.
Right
X is getting some good kills.
So huge there. It was not quite enough to save the point. But we did see... which soldier was that? Was that... Wisp maybe or Fair, one of the two for Vintage was getting some big kills there as the Uber faded.
That was some good stuff. I mean, you know,
it just wasn't enough.
Once the demo man was out, Vintage really had to fall back from that position. They really didn't have any sort of dominance into that point anymore. They were just getting forced out more and more. Then they lost 2 more, and you know, it just went really bad for Vintage right there. They made the wrong call, and they should have just fallen back, kept that Uber, and used it with, you know, 6 up or 4 up at least, and, you know, wait for those respawns. But look at that, just everyone getting in that sort of, you know, really bad situation, in a deadly sort of square right there. I always hate it. You always need to move out of that position as fast as possible, but Vintage didn't do it. They just got spammed completely, and Master just taking his huge advantage again.
Yeah, they're going to be happy with that for sure. So this is kind of a reversal of the first round, where the first round Masters pretty much got wiped out. Now it's Vintage's turn to have to sit back on their last point. They've got Fair on the heavy right now, trying to hop out and deal some damage. And those of you who are just tuning in, no, this is not actual StarCraft 2 pros. This is a South African Cup where it seems like the Masters team has decided to have some fun with things here and name themselves after the StarCraft pros.
Definitely. I mean, you can't blame them, man. We love having those lovely nicknames on. And who doesn't want to get called Dong Rei Go, man? That guy's awesome.
Ooh, Fair goes down there, not dealing a heck of a lot of damage right now. Vintage down 2 players, but so are the Masters, and it's anybody's game here. Who is going to get these final kills? Deacon still has 100 health, going after a scout right now, trying to take him down. Most of the Masters are dead. It's just 1 scout left up. He's dealing some hits here, though, and he could save this for his team. I think he's got like 9 health left.
Yeah, he has 9 health.
Killed.
But Deacon had 27 health, though. That was actually some really good action by Wisp, until he fired a rocket onto the pipe and killed himself. You don't really want to happen, but he did manage to take 2 good kills onto a soldier and onto the medic, really saving his teammates right there. Goldfox doing some good sticky damage right there. Pipes are getting launched as well. Soldiers are jumping in for Masters. Soldier on to the point, and I don't think that Vintage will be able to defend this, but the demo man is in right now. He's getting some good pipes off. He's putting down some awesome stuff, but Master just completely putting down aggression all the time, blocking it off and getting that 2-2, really showing them that they are a fantastic team.
Yeah, right now, of course, it is, of course, 2-2. Like you said, Masters bringing it back after Vintage showing such a strong first round and second. I was really surprised there just to see that Masters was like, wait, what's going on? Are we playing TF2 here? But as they get out to the mid-fight right now, it looks like these scouts are actually quite a bit faster than Gold Fox. Gold Fox is a bit late to the mid-fight here. Yeah. Just on time with his medic.
Yeah, I've been watching the rollout of Gold Fox the last 2 rounds, and every time he goes all the way via the right hand side and sort of via Z, and he leaves through that. So, not really sure if that's the best idea, but it's been working out for them quite nicely. Warmy getting down Kung Fu, Soldier and Medic dropping down from the top, and that Soldier is alone right now. Uber is getting forced right there for Vintage.
Yeah, the Uber ready to go here for Lola, and they're having to back off. Lola only has 30 health right now, and there goes the Uber for Blue, so they're trying very, very hard here to keep hold of this point. They do manage to take that medic out. That was good defense there by Vintage.
That was bad stuff by Wisp right there. He was just backed off by, he just went the left side, medic went the right side, and you don't want that to happen. But look at that, X and Deacon going in, taking them really, really good kills right there, getting down every much. X tries to take down Goldfox as well, but that's just a little bit too much. But we still don't have anyone capping the middle point just yet.
Yeah, this is really surprising here. That is an extremely long mid-fight, and now Vintage finally capping the midpoint here after that must have been almost a minute there of intense fighting. We are going to see Team Masters backed up to probably their yard. Where are they right now? In fact, yeah, Pammy is feeling a little bit iffy about that yard. Gold Fox out there trying to lay some sticky traps right now. Oh, he does pop his opponent into the air, but he gets taken down. Kung Fu only 12 health left.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just informed. Apparently, there is no resolution settings available anymore on Justin TV. I don't know why that's happened. But we can't do anything about it. Could be that TV just switched them off. Because usually we have
No
like
idea.
240p, 360p, 480p, everything settings. Not available anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But regardless, right now we've got Vintage holding on to the midpoint here. They've got the Demo Man just now back up. The Ubers are even, and we're going to have to see who can actually make this push because it is tied right now, and Vintage holds mid, which is a very big advantage to them.
I'm just looking at... Not sure if I agree with the positioning.
Kung Fu, though.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say. That Kung Fu positioning wasn't that great. I always prefer to have just a scout or a soldier onto the right hand side and the Demo Man onto the gates and everything. Soldier versus medic, just uber stand-up going on right now. But look at that Demo Man jumping in from behind, doing some really good damage. Just 3 players live, 4 Vintage, but 2 getting taken down. Just Kung Fu left, but he just respawned and he's going in there, expecting to see his teammate, expecting to see something, but just getting completely crushed right there.
Yeah, I think we saw a back cap attempt there from Vintage, but it did not pay off. Turbs ended up taking it down, and now the Masters hold on to the mid. They're getting towards that second point. They've got the Uber advantage now of about 30%, and I think that Vintage may end up losing this round if they're not careful. It's just Masters are going to have to do exactly what you said and push on the clock. As soon as their Uber is ready to go, they need to be ready to push out.
Yeah, I really think that, you know, we have seen some teams in the past, for example, Crackland. Crackland always push on the clock. Whenever they can, push on the clock. Why? There's always a small chance that the enemy team hasn't built their Uber, and you have like 20% advantage. It seems like we did have a small pause or something going on. Not really sure what happened, but they paused, so it should be just fine.
Yeah, the Masters is hanging out, building this Uber up. They've got a soldier sitting over here, but they're at 95% now, and they aren't pushing yet. This is going to give Vintage some time to get their defense set up, and that's really not what they want to be doing. I'm wondering what the delay here is for them, because now, right now there's a heavy behind the tire over on the right for
I think
Vintage.
it may be a bit of inexperience. Could be that they're not counting Ubers, but that
it
would...
just may be an experience issue, or maybe they're... Oh, no, because they had a player drop. That's why they didn't want to push him when they only have 5 players.
Well, that makes sense.
And I'm wondering what the SDV delay is here, because it may only be 10 or 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's not that long actually. Just looking from that. But you know what? They are going to be going in right now, joining with a soldier, but not with the rest of the team. Where's the rest of the team pushing from? They're just waiting. What are they waiting for?
I don't know.
Yeah. Seems like the heavy has been dropped right there. That was a bit of a miss Uber right there from Lola, I have to say. But you know, with that heavy up, you have so much health, you have so much damage on the close range now. But it's just a vital player to keep alive. We just have 2 players up right there, but they are getting taken down. And Masters going for the 3-2, doing some fantastic action right there.
Yeah, and I was thinking that maybe Vintage really just was playing a strong map of Granary, and they were gonna end up bringing us to a 3rd map here. Right now, there is about 14 minutes left, so anything can happen here. I think that if Vintage can put together some really solid mid-fight wins again, they may end up taking Granary, and at that point, I believe the 3rd map will be Gully Wash. They played a decider with before the map with some Demo Man hitting each other with bottles, but I apparently missed out on the stream, so it's kind of too bad.
Yeah, that is quite too bad. But it seems like looking at the positioning, I think Vintage is in a better position. But if you look at the manpower advantage, Master is in a huge advantage, getting some huge pipe kills off. Oh wow, that is some low-like trick getting out right there. Rocking out Stunner Needle Gun, of course, like every proper medic should. Looking at you. Every medic that doesn't rock it.
I've actually been told playing in Pug NA games, when we just completely lose the mid-fight, the soldiers and whoever else is watching me, they're just like, don't look back, dude. Just don't even look back. Just go.
Yeah, no, that's actually good advice, because if you look back, you lose 10% of your speed.
That you do. Oh, Uber popped right now as a counter for Vintage. The Ubers are both standing out here right now. And who's going to win this fight? It looks like Masters lose their Uber just a bit sooner. So, oh, Gold Fox going down there to some very big stickies there by Kung Fu. Kung Fu doing some crazy damage here. He is top fragging on his team. Meanwhile, it's actually a Scout Warham. He's got the most points on his, but followed closely by Gold Fox. Yeah,
Dakan is jumping onto the medic, jumping around him, trying to take down the medic. Just kill him! Alright, and finally we have Skopik going down. And Turbs, also known as MVP, getting taken out. Nice combo there by Wisp. Just a scout about on the middle point. I think he will be taken out very quickly. Yeah, nice play right there by Vintage. Really nice, good comeback. And nice aggression.
Yeah, so now Masters having to sit back once again. Of course, it's 3-2. So if the Masters can bring it to 4-2 somehow, then they're going to be in a very good position. But Vintage is getting in here and starting the cap on the second point. They are getting Gold Fox actually behind them just a little bit. Now he's getting jumped by Fair and does get taken out here. But oh, that pill was so close to killing Fair. Not quite doing it though. I think there's still a scout behind the red team, so they got to be very careful about this. But they are going to start pushing out quite soon, and they've got the Uber advantage. They are pushing on the clock right now. This is exactly what you need to see. Uber popped just there to defend the demo man. Deacon is down, so Vintage has a bit of a player disadvantage, but Lola is trying to keep his demo man alive, deal a lot of damage here to the enemy medic. And oh man, there's that back cap though. Oh, Vintage gets completely wiped out.
Yeah, even Warmy as a spy getting that little like shabbing knife action, man. But, you know, that was I don't know, a bit of a poorly executed push. I think they could have done much better. Used that Uber advantage completely. Did some good damage, but didn't get the kills in.
They did seem to pop the 5 or 4 people, and they had a scout behind them. So, you know, if they'd taken maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds just to kind of recover, kill the scout, they still would have had the Uber advantage. I'm not sure if they realized that. Maybe that's why they were pushing.
That could have been. That's probably it, I think. But just looking at it, it seems like one scout was just whopping. Just using that fish whacking around. But Golfin getting good kills there on Westman Lola. That's going to secure a huge Uber advantage for Masters.
Back cap right now. It's X on
oh
back
yeah,
cap.
and the soldier and the scout blocking it off. They're completely going to get this. Turbs getting it. DKM getting blasted off by the demo man. But there is still a scout on the last one. He is going to get it. Oh, nice move. Wow.
I'm not sure what the decision making there was by the scouts from Masters. If they just stood there and recaptured the second point, I think they would have been okay. Instead, they tried to chase down X, and X was just way ahead of them there. So maybe some hesitancy or indecision by Masters ended up letting it get tied up here for Vintage.
Yeah, fantastic move. You know, it's hard as a scout in that position to go like, can we defend this? Because if you can't make it, you're like, oh, we should have gone. And if you go and you could have made it, it's just like, oh, we should have stayed. Horrible position to be in. In any case, Goldfox was quite late for Masters, and look at that, just beautiful kills right there by Vintage, having good positioning off. And I'm just wondering, you know what? In these two maps, we haven't seen the crits in any situation. I'm just wondering, you know.
It's got to be allowed. Maybe these guys just haven't really figured out the crits timings that they need. I don't know. We'll see. Vintage now pushing towards the second point here after a big mid-fight win. Only 10 minutes left in the game, so I mean that's enough for anybody to win this. But no Uber down yet. I think should have Ubered right there. Actually, they were waiting. They've now popped the counter Uber against Blue, but having to multi-Uber quite a bit here to save most of their members. We will see. I think Masters having to back off, so they are going to lose this second point.
Yeah, with that, I was not trying to say, hey, both teams should go, you know, crit streak in that situation, but there were some situation on the previous map and this map. Crits could have been nice.
Yes, it can indeed be very effective in the hands of a skilled demo man, and I've at least been watching the Kung Fu Cam a lot. He's got some great sticky aim there. I'm pretty sure the Gold Fox does as well. So getting those crit stickies on top of enemies, dealing that 300 damage per sticky, that can be some crazy stuff. Yes, I would love to see crit streak, but
we can see Decan
right
on
now,
the sniper right now, and they do have an Uber advantage, but it's going to be about 20%. It seems like Masters hasn't been building an Uber at all, so let's see if they can get a good pick off. And if they get a good pick off, they should push immediately.
Yeah, Yeah, X trying to hold that door open for him, and oh no, Deacon ends up walking into a sticky trap, so looks like they were very ready for that. Skill Pig trying to use these binds just to do a little bit of taunting. Taunting is very cool.
A little bit of Batman thing. Not a big fan of it. I really do appreciate it a lot more if...
I've lost you there on Mumble again, comedian.
I really appreciate it a lot more if both teams are mannered. I'm more like Shet than Alligator. Let's put it that way. In any case, we do have Masters trying to poke a tiny bit, but they are getting blasted off. I don't agree with Vintage trying to put aggression over on the left flank, because I see them on the left flank. They should go right flank. That's exactly what they're doing right now. The medic is in a bad positioning right there for Master, but he does pop his Uber finally in time. Razorfuck gets taken down right there by Kung Fu.
A very good Uber flash there to save Kung Fu at the end. He's having to reload a lot of his stickies right now, and actually just pulling out the pills here, seeing if he can't get some kills on this soldier, but that soldier got a bit too much health. Oh, Lola goes down there, and once again, Vintage is just not able to make a successful push into last.
Yeah, X and Dekan are alive, but they're not in good positioning. It seems like Fair has gotten a nice kill right there onto Warhammy. Scout going in as well, and that is some good action, but Derbs going in and taking him down.
Yeah, back cap attempt there just to try to throw the Masters off a little bit and keep them from being able to capture the second point.
They had enough players. They had enough players.
Yeah. Yeah, that scout ran in straight in. I think he knew that... Oh, actually, let's just stop talking about that because there is a spy right now. Warhammy on the spy, disguised as a scout at the moment, and he's just going to cloak up and walk right through.
Yeah, he's been running spy quite a lot. It seems like Masters not really in favor of that sniper. Whereas Deacon has gone sniper a few times. Now running a heavy actually on Deacon. But Warhammy getting picked off. Oh.
Nope.
Nope, not gonna happen. Don't actually like that positioning at all. It's just very, very open. If anyone from the front just looks at you, you're gonna be down.
Yeah, he was kind of hoping that the medic or soldier or somebody would walk across, but that didn't happen at all. Now we've got Masters down to 5 players, and yes, I think Vintage is going to try to push off of this. They've got their heavy upstairs, though. No Uber going to be ready for him right now. And he did help take out Dongray Gu there, but he's got to find his medic. He's only got 87 health at the moment, and there we go, finally getting some heals down. It may not be enough here, but oh, there goes a lot of players from Masters. The heavy getting spammed down by Deacon. I think Vintage has this. It's just gold left up, and he is down as well. So there you go. Vintage 4-3 at the moment on Granary.
Ooh, and it's just 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, so that might be a decisive win right there. We'll see what's going to be happening in this round. Let's see if Vintage can again get a good middle point off, or maybe Masters turning around, getting some good middle points off. You know, looking at how Vintage and how Masters have been playing, it can go either way. Really can. We see the double scouts again for Masters on top with the demo man as well, getting some good map pressures on there, getting some good spam off. Soldier jumping in as well, getting some good airshots right there onto Fair right there, and getting some really good spam off.
Kung Fu is on the medic right now. He does manage to get the kill. I'm pretty sure that Masters, yes, Skill Pig has gone down to a sticky. So Kung Fu did die as well, but probably worth it. It's just right now Masters, they are winning this mid fight here. It's only Wisp.
Yeah,
Wisp gets a kill.
That was Dongray Gu all about. He was just he was doing some really good job. He was just jumping onto the medic, took him down with full Uber. You hear the crackling, you hear the little sparks in the air, and yeah, that's just going to be a good game for that middle, and already putting pressure onto the second point. Not really agreeing with that positioning from Gold Fox, but if he can get away with it, why not? And
yeah, we're seeing Masters has held on to the midpoint here. It's just that time is running out. They've got 4 minutes left here to get a capture. That is perfectly possible. In fact, might be very easy for them with this just a bit of an Uber advantage that they've got. Vintage trying as hard as they can to delay this.
I really, if I was in Scopic situation right there, I would have gone for the crits right there. Both medics are down. You're going to be in roughly equal Uber situations. Go for that crits, man. Go for the crits. It seems like X has gone forward behind. Going for the medic. 1, 2. He's going to go for the mid shots, but no, he misses him. And then the medic is still alive. Oh, that is so close. Look at 68. He was just 1 meat shot away from getting killed right there.
Good sticky trap taking out Dongray Gu, but that's the only person who's died right now. Masters now have lost 2, but it's 4 against 3, and everybody from Vintage dying right now. This is
that is a huge Uber right there. And just you know, Vintage, they can on 10 health points. It's so weak. Actually takes down Warhammy. But now we have the demo man coming in, we have the medic coming in as well, you know, we have the soldiers going in. 1 by 1 though. Not actually. That's not really a good move right there. Skill pick having to back off, but they do have equal advantage. And again, you know, have a good situation where if Lola would have gone crits, they could have had a huge kill.
Yeah, they could have, but Masters now sitting back on their second point here in the South African Cup, and I don't know what stage of the cup this is, whether this is a finals, do you know?
This is Grand Finals of the upper bracket.
Grand Finals of the upper bracket, so I think if Masters end up pushing in here and tying it up, I don't know whether it goes to a golden cap or what happens here, but 2.5 minutes left, and they are just
I didn't check the golden cap rules. So, you know, whenever I don't check the golden cap rules, there's always bound to be one. But it doesn't matter. We see Masters do have a small advantage. Seems like Vintage has gone for that heavy, for that top defense right there, getting some good stickies off and everything. But the Uber is forced very early. Yeah, for blue team. And the earlier you pop that Uber out here on Granary, the less likely you are to win the capture. Now the Masters have managed to kill 3 of the 6 players. Yeah, definitely.
Right now, Kung Fu and Lola down is not going to be a lot.
This is going to be very hard for Wish for taking out. No, he gets killed right there. That's some huge benefit. They focused that heavy so nicely. Really, that was just Vintage not really checking, keeping their heavy alive, keeping, you know, that meat shield alive. Just allowed Master to go in, kill a lot of people, kept everyone alive. Good stuff by Master. Really good stuff. And we
1 minute and 20 seconds left to go.
It's enough for a Rick Roll round. It's enough for a Batman round. So we'll see.
It is. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see some kind of overtime, unless they just take a tie. I don't even know how it works in this league.
You can't have ties on one-night cups, man. Okay. But it seems like both scouts are down. There's a lot of people going on to the medic. Medic is taking a run right now. Goldfox doing some good action, taking an X as well. Only 2 players alive, but that is a soldier and a medic, so that's going to be some huge, some lovely action by Max that they will be able to go back. Takes down Fair right there, and they're going to be able to pressure this middle. Kung Fu is behind them. He's trying to put down stickies and jump up. Yeah, gets meat shot by a scout right there. Nice shot.
Yeah, he does manage to force the Uber there from Skill Pig, so at the very least, I'm sure that we are not going to see blue team pushing into the last point. It's about 20 seconds left to go, and no, Vintage actually did manage to get the capture even. So yeah, I think it's just going to go to an overtime round. I don't know how that's going to work for these 2 teams, but I'm sure they do, and we will see that happening shortly. It's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm just going to be informing what are the rules on the overtime.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Yeah, Master Turb is just getting in and trying to capture now. It's going to be too late. There you go. It is stalemate 4-4. Let's find out what these teams say about what they do, because I'm interested. I want to see who wins this. Vintage has put together a very good match for us here against Masters, where it looked like Masters was just going to totally dominate in that first map, and they did. But the second map, Vintage has just come right back.
Now, I was looking on the rollouts from both demo ends, and I really think that Masters Goldfox's rollout is weird, to say the least. He's not going the optimal route almost a single time.
Well, Team Masters right now, it looks like they've already started playing again, so they're just going straight into overtime here. It's 30 minutes on the clock, so are they just like resetting the game maybe? I am not sure. But regardless, right now it looks like Vintage getting out here and trying to deal some damage. Goldfox is taking a lot of hits. There he goes, Warhammy now down as well. Wisp trying to get some kills on the soldier here who's jumped in, but no, it looks like Dongwei Gu and Razor Fox getting some good kills before they get taken out by Fair and X.
Yeah, so that just leaves a medic around, but a lot of players are around for Vintage. I really think, if you have scouts alive, just leave the scouts behind and let everyone else push up instead of the scouts pushing up. That's not a
Skill Pig is in so much trouble right here. He does not.
Why is he in?
Oh no!
He had a huge advantage. That was absolutely the worst move he could have done. Like bad move right there.
Oh yeah, Vintage very happy about this one. They are very much going to be able to take this last point here unless they just make a terrible push. Right now they're keeping their medic very far back, trying to build that Uber up. Got about 40%, and they are building it just as quickly as their soldier can possibly hurt himself.
That's some good stuff, but yeah, they're going to have a huge Uber advantage. Still no crits from Master. I would like to see some crits action, man.
I don't know.
I keep on
point,
hammering
that
him,
wouldn't
man.
have even worked.
Oh, I
Fair
don't think
gets
it would.
taken out by a sticky trap, but he's going to be coming back up right before the Uber's ready to go, so I think they're going to be able to push it. Right now, actually, Masters really pushing in hard at the moment, and taking that high ground. Dongray-gu trying to deal some damage here. Actually hopping... Oh, this is very, very vulnerable right now for the Soldier, but he hasn't taken any hits yet. And actually, Vintage is just backing off the point here.
Yeah, but they do have that Uber. They know they have an Uber advantage. I mean, they're just losing one player. Demo Man is pretty low as well. Getting 2 kills right there, but Deacon down as well. Why are they not pushing in with that huge Uber advantage? They have it. It's not like it's forbidden to push in with a huge Uber advantage. Come on, guys. There we finally see them pushing up to the last point. Jumping into the medic, forcing him. Demo Man getting taken down, and pretty much everyone else from Vintage is getting taken down right there. But guys, if you have a medic alive, an enemy medic spawns in like 20 seconds, you're gonna have a huge Uber advantage. Just use it. Push into that last point. They can't do anything to you. You're invincible, for crying out loud.
Oh, Goldfox getting a really big air shot there. Right now, Soldier on top of him with the equalizer, but he gets taken out by another rocket from Razorfox. Now, Goldfox has been saved once again. X and Wisp are both down, and Vintage is just crumbling here. The only man who's died so far is Skill Pig for the Masters, and what are they doing right now? Goldfox has 6 health, and, oh man.
Oh,
crazy
Kung Fu! Oh, he gets the last one as well, kills himself in the process, but oh yeah, that is some good action by him. Oh, completely turning those ties around, and come on, Skill Pick, no, crits, one, come on, no, don't have that anymore. Oh, go for the crits, crying out loud.
You know what, I would have liked to see it, but nonetheless, I think it might be an okay decision here with the Uber, just considering that they know Vintage hasn't been pushing on the clock exactly. Vintage does have just a bit of an advantage here, but they may not end up using it. We'll have to see. They've got to get in position to push pretty soon here, and Kung Fu is just the hero of that, though. He got, what, at least a 4K and maybe a 5K off of that little defense by himself.
I'd love to see him submit that the demo replay to the top 10 plays of the month. That would be amazing.
Oh, please.
Oh,
yes.
man, yeah. Ugh, I'm all wet for it, man. And anyway, we have Vintage going into the last point right now. They're desperate for this when they want it. They can feel that Heavy is on top, but he needs to get focused on right now. Uber is getting multi-Uber for Masters. They need to fall out. Vintage need to fall out a lot. Soldier jumping on the medic, and that is some bad dodging right there. And this
Kung Fu's still getting some big kills here. He's knocked out Dongray-gu. It's just that there's not enough health left for the Vintage team, so yes, they do need to back out, and that's what Kung Fu now has done with 13 HP left to go. He's going to grab a health kit and be just okay. Skill Pig now has a bit of an Uber advantage. Lola just now coming up, so it's actually 50% here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I agree with this decision to run a Heavy from Vintage. It could go right, but if you go Heavy versus Heavy, it's a pretty tough situation you are in. Gets taken down by some nice sticky spam right there. Medic should be able to get out of here. And it seems like Lola will be able to get out of here.
Oh, Goldfox just has some huge air pipes. But right now, Kung Fu is up above, and can he get some kills? Once again, no, he's having to back out there. Probably a wise decision. You go huge once, and people start to pay attention to that. So he is dropping back through the drop down now. And it looks like Vintage have lost a second point. That's got to be a huge psychological blow there.
Definitely, you know, but it's all about, you know, endurance. Can you keep it on? If it's a golden cap, so if it is to whoever gets the first cap, then it's gonna be horrible. In that case, we have Goldfox going in. Not really. I don't agree with this. He needs to be backed up by his teammates, and finally, there we have him. Warhammer getting taken down right there.
Going on. And it's actually fair on the back cap right now. He has killed Turbs, who came in after him, and now it's Goldfox coming in after him as well. Kind of sneaking around here. Does not get the kill though.
He did pop off those stickies very nicely. He was just blowing it into the face of Goldfox. If he had detonated, he would have died. He pulled out that pipe and just killed him anyway.
Well played to Goldfox. It's just that now Vintage once again has the yard, and they're going to try to push in here. Masters has the player advantage though. Some of them are not quite in position yet, so they are having to hold back indoors for now.
Should be able to hold it if they play the cards right. If they have the soldier on the right positions, get their sticky sharp up, they should be able to hold it. As long as they keep an eye out on that left flank, because if you don't pay attention to it, you're gonna get, you know, sidestepped.
Yeah, they are paying quite a bit of attention right now. Some very good coordination here from Team Masters. They have their Demo Man and Roaming Soldier for the moment just watching the drop down, watching the flank. And now Gold Fox is actually setting up some sticky traps all over the place, maybe just looking for flankers or spies or something, I have no idea. But I think Masters are ready to push out now. It's 100% versus 100% here. Masters do have to be careful. If they were to push out and completely fail this, they could lose the round and probably the game as well. But Vintage is hanging pretty far back here, just trying to bait them out.
Yeah, you know what, if this was a regular, Golden Cap where you have a 10-minute time limit, you would see Vintage probably trying to park the bus, wait for the very last minute where they push out and then push out. They did force the Uber very nicely right there. Vintage going in for the counter. Not 100%.
Yeah.
I don't 100% agree with that Uber pop, but you know what, was pretty good still. And,
yeah, they probably could have sent Wisp in just to jump on top of that medic and keep chasing after him until the Uber faded. Nonetheless, Vintage does hold the second point once again. They're only down one man right now. It is a soldier, so they're going to have to be very tentative about holding this. But Masters are backed up to their last point at the moment. They cannot really deal a lot of damage. Gold Fox peeking in through the doors and not really taken out and not punished for that.
yeah, you need to have at least one player just standing on top. Look at him, he's just going aggressive. He's like, yeah, if someone's here, he's gonna get completely crushed right there. But Vintage needs to be a lot more on the ball. They need to punish that instantly.
Yeah, it's this kind of thing. Like I said, I'll do that occasionally in TF2 lobby when I'm just kind of screwing around and people aren't paying attention. Got to be paying attention to those doors at all times from Vintage. But actually, it looks like they're ready to push through the upper route. Oh, Demo Man here. Gold Fox trying to get in there and stop that, though, and it looks like he has spotted it.
Yeah, I think he did see that heavy on top right there. There is the scout. There's some sticky. Oh, getting down Deacon. That is not a good move if you want to push out. If I was Winter Charge, I'd wait.
Gold
But
Fox
no,
goes down though.
no, never mind. That's some good stuff. Kung Fu getting taken down right there by a Warhammy. But we are in equal Uber situation right there. Don't Grey Goo getting taken down by X. X getting some good kills right there. They're getting triple kill right there. Just Warhammy onto the point, defending it.
Oh, he's got 62 health left. Deacon
Just
coming in trying to
pistol.
get the kill.
Yes, he gets it.
Oh.
But Gold Fox was killed first, takes him out. And again, we are in a Uber advantage. We are in an Uber advantage situation for Vintage. If they push this time, they push on the clock. If they push on 100% as fast as they can, if they build that Uber, they should be able to take some good kills right there. Take down that heavy, take down that medic, and win this round.
Yeah, right now, Warhammy is once again on the spy. I'm going to see if I can't find that cam. He's just going to try to walk through one of the doors on the low ground right now. May end up taking some walks right over those stickies. Oh,
Ballsy, man, ballsy. He's going through that. He's looking for that medic. He's looking for him. Oh, no, he just stands in front of the Demo Man. No, he's going to get taken out. That is a bad situation. And look, Vintage. You're a man up. You have 100% Uber. The enemy medic is weak. Go for it, and
push,
they are
push. They've got to go now. There you go.
two man up, Come on, well, they are Uber right now. They're going on that medic. They're killing players. They're doing some good stuff right there. Losing whips and fair right there, but getting a double kill. Oh, nice, nicely done right there. And it seems like this round is going to Vintage. Good game right now. We are going to the Golden Cap. Fantastic action by Vintage. Took him a few times. But definitely, your man of the match?
Oh, Kung Fu for sure.
Oh, yeah, man.
No contest on that one.
Oh, definitely. I have to agree with you right there. So, yeah, we have been watching the South African Fortress One Night Cup between Vintage and Master. My name is Comedian. I've been casting with the esports legend himself, Salamancer. And my name is Comedian. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will be going to the decider map, which is gonna be CP Gully Wash.
I think to be a legend, you have to have been around for a while. So
No. You're so new. Like you're still a legend, man.
Okay. The legend of the young upstart, I guess.
Yes, that sounds right, man.
Server is changing level right now, and it's taken me a little while, but man, these have been some good games here.
Oh, so man. Like Kung Fu action.
It's
good stuff,
I like
man.
watching me some Kung Fu movies, and that was a pretty great Kung Fu movie.
Oh, yeah, that was one movie all in itself, man. For those of you who are wondering, these South African guys, they're in the same time zone as the rest of the Europeans, so they are in the Central European time zone. So that's some good stuff, actually. It's quite nice to have them at the same time.
They probably don't call it. They probably don't call it Central European time zone. I don't know.
Well, probably, you know, like, hey, we're in Africa, but it's the Central European time zone. What's up, bro? It's probably just GMT +2. Like that's just this, you know.
Yeah, I was just yanking your chain there, comedian.
Ah, come on, man. No, we spread the love, man. Spread the love.
Anyway, while we're waiting for this game to start here, I do have to say that those two hats that I got, like real life hats signed by the players at the ESEA Invite LAN in North America, I'm doing the drawing for that right after this game is over. I'm going to go over to my
nice.
my FatMop channel on Twitch TV, and I will be doing the drawing. Of course, if you have entered, you should probably be watching.
How can I enter? Am I too late? I probably am.
You are too late, comedian.
Damn.
You had to enter by watching youtube.com/fatmop for my contest video, so I'm not taking any new submissions. Nonetheless, you guys can come check it out, and of course you can check out youtube.com/fatmop for more of my awesome shoutcasting.
Definitely.
And yes, Kim, I know I'm late, but sometimes you just gotta cast some live games, and that is what I'm doing, so sorry about that.
Yeah, just, you know, sorry, I had to steal him quickly. He was like, no, I'm busy, please, don't even. And I was like, no, you're gonna come with me. You're gonna cast some African, you know, TF2.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna be good.
You know, those guys, the big bruiser-looking guys with the baseball bats, I didn't really want to mess with them, so, you know, sometimes you have to do what comedian says.
Definitely. I have my contacts now. No, we actually had Califax. I actually thought I had Califax organized, but he said he wasn't available for today instead of he was available for today. So that was a big shame. Sometimes these misunderstandings happen, and then you have to find someone else. That was awesome. Like so.
You know, acceptable. Anyway.
Acceptable.
Anyway, we are going to see this decider map here.